I have just developed this complete full stack project with front-end and back-end in Databutton. I have built my entire back-end using Supabase, and the Supabase integration done by Databutton was so seamless and easy that with just like one click, it integrated Supabase into my project. I integrated Stripe as a payment method in my project, and Stripe integration was also done by Databutton seamlessly without me writing any single line of code. The way Databutton works is just amazing. It just asks you for your requirements, then it understands your project, then it creates a detailed plan for your project. It creates all these different modules for your project, and right now you can see these 5 modules are finished by Databutton, and these 4 modules are the ones that I'm actually going to work on next. But the most important thing is Databutton actually acts as your CTO. This is world's first reasoning AI developer. I created this video a couple of days ago about Databutton, but I was so fascinated by this tool that I had to build a complete full stack project using this tool. So this is going to be your complete step-by-step, absolutely beginner friendly guide. If you're looking to build any sort of idea, doesn't matter how complex and complicated it is, you can build anything in Databutton. Before you start, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on that like button as well. Our goal is to reach 1000 likes for this video. Alright, to start, you can just go to databutton.com. I'll just choose a link in description. You can simply just continue with your Google account. Just log in with your Google account and that's it. Now, once you are signed in, this is your dashboard. You can see all of your apps that you have generated using Databutton. Simply just click on create a new app. And in here, just describe your idea, what you want to build. You can simply just describe your idea in your own words, or you can just use Chatgpt for that. I have created a very basic requirements document using Chatgpt, where I have actually explained my tech stack and I have explained the core features that I want to develop in this project. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this project overview section. I'm going to paste that in here. Click on continue, and now I want to provide requirements. Inside requirements, I can just provide this requirements document. I can simply just click on download this document as zip. Make sure that to provide requirements, you have properly your requirements written in Chatgpt, or if you just want to write requirements by yourself, do that, but prepare a proper requirements document. You should always provide a well organized requirements document, because that is going to be very useful for Databutton to understand your idea in a better way. So I'm just going to drag and drop this requirements document inside my requirement section, and that's it. So now it will actually just process this PDF, and now it will just understand my requirements in a better way. Next is inspirations. So upload screenshots and apps or designs that inspire you. You can find some designs from Figma, or you can just maybe share another tool that you're going to copy. So you can just share that just for inspiration, just make sure that Databutton understands that what exactly is in your mind in terms of what exactly are you going to build. So you can just maybe open a simple Figma design. You can simply just download this design in a simple PNG format. I have just downloaded this design in PNG, and now I have provided that design in here in my inspiration section. Next, just click on continue. This is the integrations part, and this is probably the most important part in Databutton, because Databutton is actually going to help you to build the complete authentication system, the complete database, the complete payment section, the complete storage module. Everything Databutton is going to set up for you. As I mentioned, Databutton gives you option to use either Firebase or Supabase. For authentication system, for database, for payments, it does allow you to use Stripe or Lemon Squeezy, and for storage, it allows you to use either Firebase storage, Supabase storage, AWS S3 storage, or Google Cloud storage. And in this tutorial, we are actually going to use Supabase for authentication system, for database, and for our storage as well. And we are going to use Stripe for our payments. You can simply just click on choose Supabase from here. From here, you can simply just click on Supabase database. From here, you can simply just choose Stripe. From here, just choose Supabase storage, and then just click on let's start. And that's it. Now, actually, Databutton is going to take care of everything else. What it will do now, it will actually divide this entire project into different modules, and then actually the beauty of Databutton is it will actually work on those modules step by step, one by one. It will actually work on the first module once, and then it will work on second module, third module, fourth module. And to do integration of all of these functionalities like authentication system, it will just ask you to provide some keys, and that's it. And you can see it has 2 sections. One is plan, one is overview section. In overview section, there is going to be our pages, our UI UI components, our UI files, our APIs and media and anything else that actually going to use in this project. And in our plan section, we have all of these to-do list in here. So you can see our project is now divided into these modules. The first module is actually creating a landing page with task manager value proposition. The second module is implement Supabase authentication system with Google login. The third module is creating Supabase database schema and initial setup. Then there's the next module, which is build, task creation and editing interface. The next module is actually implementing board view with drag drop functionalities. Next module is add task filtering and search functionalities. Then there is create task statistics and progress dashboard. The next task is implement system wide dark mode and final UI polish. So all of these modules, now it is actually easier for us to like develop this project because everything is now clear and in front of us. It is divided into proper modules. Now it is actually very easy for us like know to work on this project step by step. Let's just ask it to like build our first module, which is create a minimalist landing page with task manager value proposition. What I have to do is I'll just have to like click on start task button and that's it. Now it's actually going to do all of the development part, all of the coding part for us, and which is I just like love about this tool. So it is going to just like implement this one module. It is not going to touch anything else in our code base. It will just like implement this one module and that's it. This way we have a proper development plan. We face less errors, we face less bugs, and our development time is actually going to be way less because we are not going to face too many errors during the development of this project. So in here on the right side, you can see it is working on this first task and it is writing code right now. It just takes like a couple of minutes to complete this first task. All right, it has just finished this first task and I'm just click on preview. And I click on preview and this is our landing page. This is a very basic landing page, and to be honest, I mean, because I didn't give it any reference, so that's why it just like created a very basic landing page with a very basic color combination. Let's just give it like some sort of like reference in terms of design. Let's just ask it to like revise this design and create a better version. By the way, it has created this dark mode and this light mode as well, so that is really impressive. So it has like created a proper dark mode and light mode, which is really impressive because we actually mentioned that in our requirements and it has like just created that as we mentioned. I have just found a very nice design on Dribbble. Dribbble is actually a platform where actually designers share their designs, and I just found like a really nice design. Let me just provide that design as a reference in form of like an image and see how Databutton actually changes and modify this current design into that design. So I have just selected that image. I'll just mention in here, please have a look at the attached image. I want you to have some inspiration from this attached image and enhance our landing page as you can see in our attached image. Do not make too many changes, just enhance the existing design based on this reference image. That's it. So if you're wondering how I actually am using this speech to text, actually this is simply on your Windows. If you're using Windows key on your keyboard plus H, and this thing will pop up, and then simply just click on enter, like just click on this button and then you can actually use this speech to text. All right, so just enter, press enter, and now it's actually just observing this design, and now it is creating a plan for itself, which is really nice. And now it's actually mentioning, this is actually the plan that it has mentioned. Add gradient background to the hero section, that's amazing. Update typography to match reference, that's amazing. Adjust button styling and layout, amazing. And add subtle design, so that's amazing. So now it is just like going to update that, write code for that, and just like trying to enhance this design, which is just like amazing. So this was just that simple. So right now this is like just like an AI agent is like just working on your project. All right, so it has just updated this design. It has just added some gradient on hero section. It has just added like some sort of background in here on our logo. It has just like enhanced overall design of our buttons, so it's looking better comparatively now. Cool, awesome. Let's just come back to our plan section, and in here let's just mark this first task as done. And now let's just move to our next task. Next task is implement Supabase authentication with Google login. So let me just click on this task. I'll just click on this start task button, and now it will actually start implementing this second task. It will start working on that. What I will have to do, I'll actually have to provide Supabase like details to it, so it can actually integrate that into our project. If you don't know about Supabase, just go to supabase.com. Just go to this website, click on start your project, and you can actually sign up on Supabase for free. You can create your first project for free. Simply just click on start project, and then you can simply just log in using GitHub, or just simply just log in using your email. Right here inside Databutton, you can see it needs some details from us related to Supabase. So it needs our project URL from Supabase, and it needs our Supabase anon key. Then it will actually store that in our environment variables, and after that it will actually just like implement that like Google login functionality using Supabase. So we need to sign up on Supabase, and we need to provide both of these details so it can actually finish this task. So I'm just signed in my Supabase account. I'll just click on create a new project. After that, I'll just choose my organization. After that, I'll just name this project as Databutton. After that, I'll just generate a password for this project, and I'll just copy this password and save it somewhere. After that, I'll just choose my region. My region is London. I'll just choose West Europe, London. And you can just like choose your own region, maybe like India, maybe like, I don't know, like in US somewhere. So just choose your nearest location from here. Then simply just click on create a new project, and that's it. That's what you need to do from Supabase. From here we need this anon key. So this, we just need to copy this anon key, and then we just need to copy this project URL from here. I'll just copy this anon key from here. I'll just paste that key inside my Databutton, paste that here, and I'll just mention that this is my anon key and this is my project URL. Please complete the authentication system. So that's it. I just provided that in here. I'll just click on send, and now it will just finish that integration. So it will just right now store this in environment variable. It is just asking to like provide that project URL once again. I'll just copy my project URL from here. You can actually go back to your Supabase project, go to project settings, and you can actually provide those like copy those keys from here again. Just go to your project settings inside your project, and then you can simply just find all of these details in here. I'll just copy my anon key from and then paste that in here. Click on send, and now it has saved both of these keys inside environment variables. Now it is creating this Supabase client configuration. So now, I mean, that's actually the difference between Databutton and any other AI code editors out there, even Cursor. So in Cursor, like you have to do all of that yourself. You have to like install, like let's suppose if you're doing Supabase integration, you have to like install Supabase like libraries and everything by yourself. You have to manage all of that by yourself. But if you're not a coder, I think this is an easier way for you to like do everything. All right, so it has just finished this entire authentication module. Let me just test that. Let me just click on preview section, and this is our landing page. Let me just click on sign up, and all right, here we go. We got our login screen. Let me just click on sign up, and awesome, I can create an account here. I'll just give my email address. I'll just give a simple password. The problem is there is no create account button in here. Okay, let's just go back to our Databutton agent and ask it that on our screen there is no create account button. On sign up screen, the create account button is disabled. It is completely gray. There is no text, and it is not clickable. Same is the case with sign in button. Let's just try to fix that. It is not working on that. To fix it, it is going to update our authentication form, and now you can see sign in button has a text now. It should be clickable as well. Just click on that, and just like that, we got our sign up button as well. I'll just give it an email. I'll just give it a password, very basic password. I'll just click on sign up, and it does not work. The sign up button is not clickable. I'm entering my email and password, but I cannot click on sign up button. Please fix it. All right, so just like that, apparently it has not fixed that issue. Let me just enter this password once again, and I'll just click on sign up, and password should be at least 6 characters. All right, so my password was 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so now it has sign up. So sign up is successful. Let's just try to sign in, and yeah, I mean, usually I just like have more complicated password. Don't worry about that. Don't try it, please. Use hacking my Facebook account. Okay, error signing in. Okay, so there's an error in sign in. Let's just provide that error. Let's just see what's that. Authentication error, API error, email not confirmed. Okay, so I need to confirm that email. So let me just go to my Gmail. Okay, so I have received this Supabase confirmation email. I'll just click on this one. I'll just do it full screen. So I'll just click on confirm email, and now I think the email should be confirmed. Okay, so because we are running on localhost, so that's why it won't like open that, but I think it should be confirmed now. All right, let me just go back to my sign in, and now apparently the sign in is successful. Okay, Yep, the sign in is successful. Perfect. Awesome. So now we just like need to load our dashboard because we don't have a dashboard yet. So that's why it won't load to a dashboard. But yeah, our authentication system is completely done using Supabase. And all we did, we just like created a new project in Supabase. We just provided our project URL and our anon key from Supabase and provided that in here. And Databutton just like took care of everything else and just like built this amazing authentication system for us, which has this email verification and all of that steps already like implemented for you. So like all of that was done without us even like looking at code. I mean, we can of course edit code, but I mean, we are not even like looking at the code. So I'll just go back to plan. I'll just mark that as true. Let's just go to the next step, which is creating the Supabase database schema and initial setup. We just don't need to do that because we just like build our authentication system. So for proof of concept, that is done. Next is let's just build this task creation and editing interface. So I'll just click on this task and let's just like create this task. So let me just click on this task. We can just like do that the third task later on, but yeah, that's not our main priority right now. We are just like right now testing our Supabase integration. That is done. Number 2, we're going to like test is functionality of now creating this task creation functionality and how we gonna edit those tasks. So it is just like going to implement that, and after that we are going to implement this board view, and then we're actually going to do task filtering functionality, and we'll see like overall. Then also we'll like polish this UI, and then we'll see like how it works. All right, so apparently it has just completed this task, this module. Let me just click on preview section. Alright, so our task functionality is ready. I'll just click on create task and it will just open this create task menu. I'll just add my task description. I'll just add a priority, create a task, and now I can see my task is added in here. That's perfect. Amazing. Let's just go back to our plan and move to our next module. Let me just mark this as done. Next task is implement this board view with drag and drop functionality. We can just right now, I'll just click on this start task and it will just start working on this task. It will just take like a couple of minutes. All right, so it has just finished creating this task. Let me just create a new task. Let me just create our task, and that's it. We got our beautiful board in here. So this is amazing. So this is like to-do list. This is in progress. This is done. And I think drag and drop functionality is not implemented. Like I cannot move one task into another board yet, but yeah, it is implemented right now. So you can just mark this task as done. Similarly, you can just like do rest of these tasks. One most important thing that I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to add a Stripe functionality into this project. So I'm actually going to integrate a payment module. So for that we need to integrate Stripe because Databutton actually supports Lemons QZ and Stripe. So I'll actually just integrate Stripe in that. So both Lemons QZ and Stripe are just like payment gateways. So like, yeah, I mean, you can just add any of those. I'll just create a new task because that is actually not mentioned in here in our to-dos list. I'll just click on a create a new task in here. I'll just add this Stripe integration, create a task. And now we got a Stripe integration. I'll just click on this task, start task, and now it should start working on Stripe integration. Perfect. It is now working on that. So I didn't like give any certain details about Stripe integration. So what we'll need, it will just ask like for a Stripe public key and Stripe private key. You just like need to provide that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't like explain what exactly I want. So I didn't like explain any sort of like packages that I want to like offer to our users. But apparently it has no like completed its research on Stripe integration, and now it's actually just going to like install packages and do everything for us. Like this is really handy, seriously. I mean, I have my complete control over my project right now. I have all of my modules of my projects in here. I can just like go back to any of these projects. I can add like edit any of these like completed tasks in here. Okay, so now please provide our Stripe secret key. Start with SK. Okay, you need to provide Stripe dashboard. Okay, perfect. All right. So what you need to do, you need to just go to your Stripe account. So I'll just log into my Stripe account. Just go to stripe.com, click on sign in. Okay, so once you're signed in your Stripe, just make sure that you are at dashboard.stripe.com/developers. And from here, you can actually find your API keys from here. I'm actually just creating my own Stripe secret key, a new Stripe secret key. You can just do that by simply clicking on this create secret key. I'll just create a name for this key. I'll just name this as Databutton. Just name anything and then just click on create. That's it. Just copy this key from here and then just paste this key inside your Databutton. Paste that, click on send, and now it will just like save that key inside that environment variables, and just like that it will just like carry on like complete the Stripe integration fully, and we'll have our Stripe module fully functional. Alright, so Stripe integration is done, and we can see in here we have a upgrade to Pro section. I'll just click on this button, and from here there is an option to like pay that, but I think we need to now like deploy this project to like have this Stripe integration functional. We'll actually load that checkout page after we deploy. So to deploy, this is just like a one-click deploy process. I'll just simply click on deploy button over here. I'll just name this project as dev tasks. I'll simply just click on deploy app, and now it will just like start this deployment process. So deployment is started now. It is now deploying. Alright, so deployment is done. It has now provided us with this URL. I'll just simply click on this button, and now I can access my app in here. Perfect. Awesome. So that's it. I mean, everything is done. In our plan section, we can see I can just mark this option as done, and you can see like this is as simple as it can be. You can simply just like implement rest of the functionalities as well. But yeah, I mean, this is as simple as it can be to develop any sort of full stack project using Supabase, using Firebase, whatever you want to use for your database, for your authentication system. Everything is done by Databutton. I did not do anything at all. I was literally just like sitting and just like looking at Databutton, just doing all of these steps by itself. So Databutton is just amazing. I mean, it works flawlessly. There were absolutely no bugs that we had in our project. It worked seamlessly. All of those modules were actually integrated seamlessly into our project. And most importantly, the Supabase integration was so seamless. All I had to do was just like create a project in Supabase and then provide my project URL and my anon key, and the rest was actually managed by Databutton. So this is how simple and easy it is now to build full stack softwares. You can start building your next big idea straight away. If you have any further questions, just leave a comment in comment section. I see you next video. Bye bye.